Hey everyone, Camille, 88 Fitness Training. Today I have a special guest joining me, Brandon. He's one of my clients and we're here to share his incredible fitness journey today. So for the last 10 years, Brand's been doing nothing but at-home calisthenics and he has built a quite impressive physique. So we're gonna get all into what workout Brand's done for the last 10 years and if it's possible to build muscle doing nothing but calisthenics. So if you want the answer, stay tuned, check it out. Thanks for staying tuned. So before we get into this high intensity calisthenics workout, I want to talk a little bit about Brandon and his fitness journey. So Brandon, tell us about what you've been doing for the last 10 years, because when I met you, dang, like this physique is stellar.
Honestly, so I got into calisthenics around about like 8 or 9 years ago. I think as we get older, of course, like the work-life balance becomes more and more difficult. New time dad, work schedule was rough, so I tried to figure out what's the best way in which I can keep myself engaged fitness-wise while also being able to be home, so as to provide that support for my partner.
Yeah, I love that. So there's some key things that Brandon said. Hey, I was like a first-time father. I wanted that work-life balance, but I still wanted to be fit and have that functional health. I think that's a very real thing that many people desire. And so that's one of the things that I really love about it. And just knowing him for the few short months we've been working together, he's very competitive with himself. So already I can tell that he started and then he started increasing that rep range and that volume. And it was almost like this internal competition with himself. And that's what kept him motivated and pumped up to get through these grueling workouts.
Oh, yes. The beauty what I love about calisthenics is just like you can gradually increase the difficulty, the rep range, and there's so many methods to it in terms of the workouts you choose, your fitness goals, whether or not you want to go more endurance, more muscle building. Calisthenics can provide all that for you.
Let's go ahead now and go through what a typical workout looked like. So describe that for the audience.
So my typical workout, I generally start with jumping jacks for 5 to 10 minutes. Usually within that time range, I try to aim for at least 50 to 100 jumping jacks, followed by I set my timer. I'm looking at the clock every minute on the minute.
Woo.
I do 10 push-ups, 10 squats, 10 air squats, followed by, this is where you can have fun. I usually do either 3 pull-ups. If I want to get a little bit more of a cardio burn, I do either 5 burpees or 5 to 10 jump squats.
Ooh, this sounds nasty,
Yes.
Brandon. So
Yes,
how many
yes,
rounds,
yes, yes,
well,
yes.
how many reps total are you targeting?
My goal usually is 500 push-ups.
Oh
and
my
500
goodness.
500 squats.
Woo, that's a burner.
Oh, I love it. I love it. It keeps me in check, and usually 5 burpees, so you're around like 250 burpees at the end of the total workout. So
That's
you
nasty, y'all. That's
it's
nasty.
volume. I love the volume, but you're looking at, with that volume, you're looking at 50 minutes, like 50 to 2 minutes of a solid workout.
You gotta be like exhausted after that, totally fatigued. Yes,
usually wipes out, and you work your way to it. Sometimes I'll cut that in half. Sometimes I'll just do 250 reps. Right now, the 500, I love volume because the more and more you get into calisthenics, you'll realize you have to, as we say here at 88 Fitness, progressive overload. So you really have to, you're gonna start to feel stronger, and you have to start adding in either the reps, the difficulty, cutting down the rest time. You got to challenge yourself. So.
Yeah, I love that. And we'll talk a little more about that. But for now, let's go ahead and show them what a circuit run through would look like.
Yes. All right, folks. So usually, like I said, I start with a warm up. So we do usually for 5 to 10 minutes. So I can give you a run through of how my usual workout looks like.
Jumping jacks are nasty, y'all. It reminds me of some of those beach body workouts with Shaun T, and you're like, the warm-up's the warm-up? But I love this, gets the blood pumping, everything nice and mobile and stretched out. So dynamic warm-ups are great.
Check the clock. On the minute. Let's get into our push-ups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Immediately into the squats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 5 burpees. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Check your time. Depending on how you go, you have a small window of rest time. Get yourself breathing, always moving. You're still on your feet the entire workout. Get the heart rate flowing, and then immediately set that clock, go right into it again.
Well, there you have it, guys. That is Brandon's high intensity, high volume calisthenics workout, every minute on the minute, 500 reps. I mean, this is a super intense, super nasty workout. And Brandon, I know you touched on it in the beginning, but why calisthenics? Why this workout?
I think for me, convenience, being able to work out from home, especially I feel like the calisthenics movement kind of blew up, especially during COVID. Folks figuring out ways, how do they stay engaged mentally and physically. And honestly, it's been fun just figuring out workouts. And I had a blast doing it. It was like easy equipment, cost effective, and you can honestly do push-ups, air squats, burpees. You can do that anywhere, on the road, hotel, office setting. So
Good
for me,
point.
I can take my workouts with me. So I end up becoming like my prime source of fitness.
Yeah, I love that. So over the last 10 years doing this, what are the limitations that you've run into or you've seen with this style?
Yes, I mean, I think number one is just progressive overload. You're gonna find yourself, the moment you start to, you're able to rip off, 20 to 25 dips, 20 to 25 pull-ups unassisted. At a certain point, you have to start adding resistance to those methods. And I think for me, I hit a wall. Even with the challenges, I was increasing my reps, and what was happening is I was increasing my soreness and not necessarily muscle growth. I was kind of breaking my body down, but I noticed that a lot of body parts were being neglected, specifically lower back, and most importantly, leg growth. I love my air squats, I love my jump squats, but the ability to add size to your body, at a certain point, you got to walk into that weight room. And I knew for me, at a certain point, looking at my progress pics over the years, I felt good, but I noticed a lot of muscles were lacking in certain areas, so I needed to make a change.
Yeah, and I think Brandon's right. I think this is a really great workout. If you are just starting out, you're a complete beginner, right off the couch, I think you have several years where you can incorporate this style workout and make really good progress. And the thing that I love about it, it's such a functional strength workout that you really are building a lot of the base learning that you need to go through in terms of muscle memory for doing squats and push-ups, like your basic compound exercises, that it transitions very well to the gym where you are able to progressive overload. And so I was happy that you reached out, and it was really fun working with him for the first time. I'm like, all right, we're gonna hit pull-ups, and boom, there's 30 reps. And I'm like, oh my goodness, like you are really efficient at doing these base exercises. So we did have to get creative and add weight to him and superset pre-exhaust so he could progressively overload those basic exercises once he transitioned back into the gym. But tell me now a little bit about the transition to bodybuilding. So for those that don't know, Brandon's actually 1 week out from the 2024 OCB Chesapeake Classic. So by the time this airs, you would have already competed actually. But yeah, tell us about that transition. Why competitive bodybuilding?
I've always been a fan of bodybuilding ever since grade school. My dad used to have a subscription, Muscle Fitness. My dad bought me my first weight set. Always the smallest in my class, so I always looked at bodybuilders as like superheroes, growing up reading comic books. It was something I would never thought I would ever get to. So this whole experience has been has been a blessing. It's been the most fun I've had since high school.
Awesome.
Honestly, learning about my body, nutrition, rest, progressive overload. I keep saying it again because I realized like that is what I truly needed to up my level. I'm so excited. It's been a blast just learning my strength, just learning how far I can take it. It's like going to school every day when I walk in here. So it's been truly fun, and I can't wait. I can't wait. I'm so glad. I wish the only regret, I wish I did this 5 years ago. Like, that's my only regret.
Well, there you have it, 88ers. You heard it from Brandon direct. He used this high intensity, high volume calisthenics to build a pretty stellar physique. His only tip is he wished he transitioned sooner into gym. So if you're a beginner, give it a couple years. You can build up a lot of base muscle doing this calisthenic workout. So there's the answer. Yes, absolutely, you can build muscle with calisthenics, but it does have its limitations after doing it for a while. So keep that in mind. But thank you for joining us, Brandon,
Absolutely.
and sharing your journey. You look incredible.
Okay.
And I can't wait to see him dominate at the OCB Chesapeake Classic next Saturday. So be on the lookout for those progress updates and pics. All right, until next time, definitely check out our other videos and our playlist. And as always, you can join me and James live every Sunday at 12 Eastern. All right, thanks everyone.